or left the room when the phone rang, for example. Okay, or no sooner did I walk through the, no sooner did I get out of the building, it started raining, for example. Okay, so uska matlab ye hota hai, I used to emphasize that the short time in which something happens. So here the meaning is that no sooner than having spoken those words, मतलब जितना उसी टाइम पे जब उसने, the moment he spoke the words, not long after that, but extremely, I mean, very quickly, soon he left. So, matlab, basically what it means is that he spoke, immediately he left. That's the meaning of the sentence. Okay. No sooner than having spoken these words, he left. Yeah.
Sir, can we use as soon as here, as soon as having spoken?
Sorry?
As soon as, as soon as.
You can use as soon as. Yes, nothing wrong with that. As soon as, yes, you can use that. As soon as is also fine. Perfectly fine. No sooner than having spoken these words, he left. मतलब बोला और निकल लिया. That's the meaning of the sentence. Okay. All right. Just a minute. I'll give you one more example with no sooner. Say, okay, more sentence. Yeah, there's one sentence here. It says, no sooner is used to show that one thing happens immediately, as I explained, immediately after another thing. It is often used with past perfect and usually followed by then. So here it says, they had no sooner arrived than they were arguing, for example. Okay, मतलब आते ही argue करना शुरू कर दिया. No sooner had they started their walk than it started to rain. The example that I gave, similar one. I'll type this sentence here. No sooner had they started their walk than it started to rain. Right. So this is how we use the word no sooner. Right. Okay. Let's continue. Tarla, go ahead, read the next one. Krishna, I'm unable to see you. If you can hear me, just try and reconnect. Yeah, you are back. That's fine. That's fine. Yes, Tarla, go ahead, read the next one. आवाज एकदम लो है. I'm unable to hear you.
This year I have bought many fireworks as such as rockets.
It says this year, yeah, such as rockets and etc. You can't use the word like that. You can say such as rockets, whatever, few more things and then etc. Here is just one and then and etc. Doesn't make sense. Obviously, the second sentence is incorrect. First one, this year I have bought many fireworks such as rockets. So, एक example there है, such as rockets, such as whatever it is. Yeah. So, such as here is the conjunction. Okay. Subordinating one. Right. Okay. Let's continue. Shantanu, can you hear me? Yes. Go ahead. Read the next one. Yes, Shantanu, go ahead.
So I am fond of all outdoor games. For example, hockey.
I'm fond of all outdoor games. As for an example, hockey. That is obviously incorrect. So the second one is right. For example, yes. Hockey. Correct. Absolutely right. Okay. Good. Here is the coordinating conjunction for that is being used. I'm fond of all outdoor games. For example, hockey. Okay. Connecting word here. Good. Roshan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please read the next one.
He called me a fool for believing you.
He called me a fool for believing you. Yes, he called me as a fool. नहीं हो सकता. You are naming someone, calling someone by a name, so that has to be whatever. He called me a fool. He called me a maniac. Whatever he called me, whatever. But that has to be the word, not as. So that is obviously incorrect. He called me a fool for believing you. Okay. So मतलब मुझे पागल कहा. Yeah.
Sometimes we use believe in you.
So I believe in you. I believe in God. That's the statement that you're talking about. Yeah.
You're believing in you, or believing you, sir?
Believing you is fine. Yeah. Believing in you is fine. Believing in you, you can use it. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is appropriate. It basically means that he called me a fool. He stated that I was a fool because I believed in you. That is the meaning. But you can use here believe you. In believing you. That's fine. Or this sentence is actually appropriate. Don't need to use in. He said, he called me a fool for believing you. The meaning is simple. The meaning is same. It means that he called me a fool for actually believing in you. So meaning is the same, but without in is also appropriate. Right. Okay. Go ahead. Read the next one. Karthik.
First one. He's the fastest runner, but he came last in the marathon.
Yeah. He is the fastest runner, but he came last in the marathon. Obviously, here you need to use the coordinating conjunction, but. Deepak, go ahead. Read the next one. Deepak, can you hear me? I think you got disconnected. Just try to reconnect. Okay. Preeti, go ahead. Read the next one.
वह गुस्सा था इसलिए उसके घर से भाग गया. He was angry, so I ran away from his house. First one, sir.
वह गुस्सा था, मैं उससे घर से भाग गया. Okay, yeah. So basically means that he was angry, so I ran away from his house. The sentence is वह गुस्सा था, इसलिए मैं उसके घर से भाग गया. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, correct. I thought the meaning is the other way around. Yeah, that's fine. He was angry, so I ran away from the home. Obviously, the second one is not right here. It says so that I ran away from his home. Doesn't make sense. So that is used only when you are talking about a reason, so that he could go to the party, for example, so that he could take the class. That's the usage of so that. Here you don't need to use that. Here so is appropriate. Okay. Okay. So again, a coordinating conjunction. See some new names who've joined here. Jeba, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next sentence. Pick the correct option.
The second one, sir. This is my friend who went to school with me when I was young.
I want you to read it again.
This is my friend who went to school with me.
School. Who went to school. No. Remove the E. There is an E before S that you pronounce. Remove that. Galat pronunciation. This is my friend who went to school. Pronounce the word school.
Okay. This is my friend who went to school with me when I was young.
Very good. Very good. So work on the pronunciation. This is my friend who went to school with me when I was young. Okay. Good.
Sir, in this sentence, I think there is no conjunction. Who is a relative pronoun? No?
Who is, sorry?
In this sentence, who is a relative pronoun? No, it's not a conjunction.
Just a minute. What is the sentence here? This is my friend who went to school with me. Okay. What about when?
When subordinating sentence.
When is a conjunction, but I'm saying
Exactly. That. So there is a conjunction there. This is a subordinating conjunction. When?
No, sir, I'm saying that the difference between two sentences is who only, no? That's why I'm saying about who. Who is a relative pronoun, it's not a conjunction.
But that's not the, I didn't understand your point. there will be a pronoun in a sentence. There were many pronouns in previous sentences as well, but I didn't understand your question.
No, sir. I am saying that the difference between two sentences is usage of who.
No, there's no difference
first.
between the two sentences as such. This is my friend who went to school with me when I was young. This is a different part here, when I was young. So when you said difference between the two sentences, I didn't understand. Can you explain what do you mean?
Who is not there in the first sentence, whereas who is there in the second sentence.
That way, the difference. No, that the first sentence is, this is my friend, he went to school with me when I was young. I understand. Okay. Who is, okay, so you are saying that the word that is a difference is not the conjunction. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. That I get it. But the conjunction here is the other one, obviously. But yes, so that the two sentences is not the actual answer. That's what you mean. Then yes, I get it. Who is a pronoun here, obviously. So that can't be used. So correct. Yeah, that way your observation is right. I was wondering what did you mean by that? Difference between the two. I thought you were talking about difference in that one sentence itself.
No, sir. No.
Yeah. So
like that word
in the two, one and two. Yeah, I get it. I was thinking about the difference between the clauses in the same sentence. That's one. Okay. Shashikant, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead, read the next one.
And while I was trying to work, he was disturbing me.
While I was trying to work, yeah. While I was trying to work, he was disturbing me. Why is the first sentence incorrect? At that time, I was trying. Yeah. If in the first sentence, if you could say, if the first sentence you rephrase and say, at the time I was working, he was disturbing me, then it's appropriate. इसका मतलब जिस समय मैं काम कर रहा था वो मुझे परेशान कर रहा था. So if you remove that and just say at the time I was working, मतलब मैं जिस time पे काम कर रहा था वो मुझे disturb कर रहा था, then that sentence would be appropriate. Okay, but here obviously it's incorrect because at that time it's talking about a specific time, but the second part of the sentence does not go with it. So while I was working, he was disturbing me. मैं जब काम कर रहा था वो मुझे disturb कर रहा था. Okay. All right. Who's just joined? No. Taru, go ahead. Read the next one.
This is the house where I have lived all my life.
Just a second.
First one, sir.
This is the house where I have lived all my life. What is the second one? This is the house I have lived here all my life. Why is the second one incorrect? Why is the second one incorrect?
I don't know, sir.
Think.
Because we are talking about place and that's why we have to use where.
That's fine. That's in terms of the sentence. Why is it grammatically incorrect? Why is the usage itself incorrect? The construction itself incorrect. That's what I mean.
May I say, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, conjunction, actually, the use of conjunction is to combine two clauses. In the second sentence, it's not combining anything.
Okay.
In the first sentence, it is combining with the word where.
Fair enough. But yeah, that is, yes, both of you are right. But one more reason, why is this inappropriate? Why is the second sentence, I have lived here all my life? Why is it incorrect to make a statement like this?
Sir, after house, there should be a full stop, not comma.
There could be a full stop. Yes, that's one possible answer. Yes. So these are two different sentences. Reconstruct in another way. This is the house. Obviously, if there are two sentences like this, it's always better to make it into one sentence so that you're conveying the meaning with clarity. So that's why the second sentence seems like two different sentences and not one sentence. So that's why there cannot be a comma here. Or, okay, the better way you could probably say is, yeah, you can use a comma, you can use a semicolon maybe, yeah, but no, full stop is probably appropriate, two different sentences. So that's why the first one is the only appropriate sentence, okay? And obviously you're talking about the house. So as you rightly mentioned, where I have lived all my life, basically where is talking about the house that the speaker is referring to, okay? Good, well done. Let's continue. Anyone who's just joined? Soumya, can you hear me?
Sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead, read the next one.
Sir, first one. This is my servant whom I was telling you about.
This is my, just a minute. This is my servant. Here, whom is what?
इसके बारे में. Whom is wait.
Whom is what? A conjunction or a relative pronoun?
Relative pronoun, sir.
So the first sentence that you mentioned here, what does it say? This is my servant whom I was telling you about. This is my servant, I was telling you about him. Yeah, obviously you don't need to use the sentence like that. This is my servant, I was telling you about him. The first one is the appropriate one. However, here whom is used as although it connects the two words here, whom is used as the relative pronoun here, okay? Just a minute. Just a minute, okay? Okay. Soumya, go ahead. You can read the last one. This should be it. We'll do some exercise.
But second one, I am glad because tomorrow has been declared a holiday.
Okay. I am glad due to tomorrow has been declared holiday. No, due to something happening, due to the fact that I'm glad because tomorrow has been declared a holiday. Simple sentence, yes. Due to is incorrect here in this usage.
Sir, here because is which type of parts of speech, no, sir?
Because is what? Because is what type of conjunction? Conjunction, yes. Subordinating conjunction, yes. I'm glad because tomorrow has been declared a holiday. Okay. All right. A couple of questions for y'all. Okay. So let's say, for example, if I were to give you two sentences, anyone can tell me which is the, excuse me, grammatically correct sentence. Okay. I'll just type two sentences here. I'll just read it for y'all. Okay. So the first sentence is, type it for our other learners as well. Just a minute. Okay. This is the first sentence. Okay. Can anyone read it if you're able to see it on the chat? Anyone who's able to see it? Yeah, go ahead.
So he
Yeah, anyone is fine. Go ahead, Krishna. Go ahead.
Though he is fat, still he runs fast.
Okay, Tarun, read the second sentence. I've just typed it.
Though he is fat, he runs fast.
Which is the correct sentence among these two?
Second one, sir.
Out of the two, the second one is correct. Why is the first one incorrect?
Because we are already using though.
Exactly.
So we don't need to use still.
Still, exactly. We are already giving the reason, the fact that though, matlab, what is the meaning of though in Hindi? What does though mean? Yeah, exactly. So basically, it means idea produced by thinking. So it says basically the meaning is that even though he is fat, so you don't need to use another word here still to emphasize on this because you've already used though. Okay, so फिर भी use करने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि आपने though already यहाँ पे कह दिया है, right? Good. So that is the mistake generally people make. One more sentence here. Okay. Okay, my sentence is this. Okay. It. This is the one sentence. The other. Type 3 sentences here. Tell me which is correct. Okay.
Sir, in the evening, please conduct some conversation session.
Yeah, we have one more topic on this conjunctions error. We will finish that. No, preposition, sorry. Once we are done with that, we will do that. So join early, okay? Join on time so that we can complete it. Today, some of the learners, joined a bit late, so it took a while. Yes, Taru, can you read the 3 sentences I've typed there?
Yes, sir. As he is fast, so he can't run fast.
As he
Sir,
is fat. Yeah, as he is fat.
Yes, sir. As he is fat, so he can't run fast. As he is fat, he can't run fast. He is fat, so he can't run fast.
Which of the 3 sentences are correct?
Third one, sir.
Okay, he is fat, so he can't run fast. Okay, fair enough. Any other sentence is correct?
First one, sir. No, sorry. Second one.
Second and third are correct. First is not correct. As he is fat, so he can't run fast doesn't make sense. As he is fat, he can't run fast. Okay, so the second and the third one are appropriate here in this case. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Say one more sentence with because. Okay. 2 sentences here. See if you all can figure out. Good. Taru, read the 2 sentences. Others can tell me what is the correct answer. Okay.
Because he was not ready, we left without him. Because he was not ready, therefore we left without him.
Don't tell me the answer. I want someone else. 1 second. I want someone else to answer. I'll tell you all whom I want to answer. 1 second. Preeti, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
ये 2 sentences में से कौन सा sentence सही है? Tell me which is the correct sentence.
So first one.
First one or the second one? Why is the second one incorrect? Second one incorrect क्यों है?
Here given already reasons, sir. Because he was not ready.
Because is the reason.
Because is the reason is already given. So therefore, because you don't need to mention that. Okay. So because he was, so obviously the first one is correct. Because he was not ready, we left without him. We left without him because he was not ready. Either way, both are correct. So here, therefore, is not needed. Okay. You can remove because and say he was not ready. Therefore, we left without him. Okay, that's fine. You don't need to use because and therefore together. Okay. Right, let's have one more sentence. Okay, I want someone else. Soumya, read the sentence on the chat. Can you see the
Sir,
message?
I can't. Yeah. She did not come to
She,
school.
she.
She did not come to school because she was ill.
She was ill.
She was ill.
Second
She
one.
did not come to school because she was ill. Saying she did not come.
You need a. So which is the correct one?
She was ill.
With the full stop, without the full stop?
Oh,
Don't you?
without the full stop.
Obviously, without the full stop, this is also sometimes an error. All right, one more sentence with no sooner. Okay, I will ask someone to read here. Okay. Tarup, go ahead, read the sentence, the two sentences, and I will ask someone to tell me what is the correct one. Just read the sentence, okay?
Yes, sir. No sooner had I reached the station than the train left. No sooner I had reached the station than the train left.
Shashikant, tell me which is the correct sentence among these two. In दोनों में से कौन सा सही sentence है? दो sentences है. No sooner had I reached the station than the train left. No sooner I had reached the station than the train left. Which is the correct sentence? Shashikant, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
ये दो में से
I
कौन सा
think,
sentence है?
sir, second sentence.
Okay. Tarla, can you hear me? That's fine. If you think the second one is fine, that's okay. No problem. I'll ask her why. Tarla, which is the correct sentence?
Second one, sir.
Okay. Let me ask Roshan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Roshan, which is the correct sentence? First or second?
Second.
Second, okay. Anyone else? Guys, which is the correct sentence? No sooner had I reached the station than the train left, or no sooner I had reached the station than the train left. Which is the correct sentence? Anyone can answer, it's fine. No sooner I had reached the station than the train left. That is not the right answer. That is not the right sentence. Read the sentence. Tarup, can you read the sentence again? Both the sentences.
Yes, sir. Here
Yes, sir.
the sentence had I.
Read the sentence.
No sooner had I reached the station than the train left. No sooner I had reached the station than the train left.
Now tell me which do you think is the one that sounds correct, appropriate? Had I or I had? हम किस चीज पर जोर दे रहे हैं? We are trying to emphasize on what? So when no sooner comes at the beginning of a sentence, we use an inverted word order. That means the auxiliary verb should come before the subject here in this case, right? So here, obviously, when you want to emphasize on the fact, I give you all some examples with no sooner, right? So no sooner had I would be the correct usage. Like for example, no sooner had they started their walk than it started to rain. ये example दिया था मैंने, right? No sooner they had started their walk नहीं हो सकता है. No sooner had they started their walk than it started to rain. Similarly, here the correct sentence is no sooner had I reached the station than the train left. So whenever you are emphasizing, जोर दे रहे हो आप कभी भी किसी sentence पे इस तरह से, the word order gets inverted. So you don't say I had, you say had I. इसीलिए you'll use the word like no sooner, right? Otherwise you will make a simple sentence, right? So that's why the sentence no sooner had I reached the station than the train left. ये क्या दिखाता है कि मैं पहुंचते से ही ट्रेन निकल ली थी. So that's why obviously the sentence that I just mentioned is grammatically correct. Does anyone have any doubt about the sentence?
Sir, no sooner is a conjunction.
Yes.
And actually no sooner का meaning क्या?
वही बताया ना मैं, no sooner का मतलब होता है something that happens, one thing that happens immediately after another thing. तो मतलब इसका मतलब ये है कि no sooner had I reached the station, immediately उसके बाद the train left. That's the meaning of the word no sooner. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Right. One more sentence. Okay. So please practice this no sooner in your free time. Okay. And understand the construction. Okay. One more sentence here. I'll just read the sentences. Okay. Neither he comes nor he writes. Neither he comes nor he writes is the first sentence. The second sentence is neither does he come nor does he write. Which is the correct sentence? Neither he comes nor he
Second one.
writes. Neither does he come nor does he write. Which is the correct one?
Second one, sir,
Why is the second one correct?
because on does is necessary.
Okay. Anyone else? Why is the second one correct and not the first one? I can say he neither comes nor writes. That is fine. Okay. He neither comes nor writes. That is fine. But when I'm using the negative sentence, okay, when the first word of the sentence is negative, the auxiliary verb come before or after the subject here. So you are emphasizing using the negative